Oh, looks like we're on YouTube. Hang on one sec.
We can't hear you, Ben.
I was talking to
he's still on his holiday. He's still on holiday mode.
What it is, I've got a fancy audio input over Christmas, and I'm looking at it because my microphone should be connected by a different cable, but there's too many settings. Bloody Zoom. Ooh.
By the way, do you hear me okay?
Yeah.
We do.
Oh, thank you. Yes, great.
You got your internet connection fixed finally?
Yes, just testing before.
Good. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we can begin. We've got critical mass. So, hi, everybody. Welcome to community call number 86, 1st of 2022. Happy New Year to everyone. Glad to see you all back. I know many of you are still sort of just coming out of the holiday fog, maybe brushing some of the crumbs from New Year's feasts off your laps. I know I am. But the show, as they say, must go on. So as per usual, just a few simple rules. If you don't have a good excuse, please turn your cameras on. Please wait until each presenter is finished before asking questions, and please use the raise hand feature in Zoom to do so. For those of you watching us on YouTube, please leave your questions in the comments section. We'll get to them at the end of the call. And as a friendly reminder, this call is conducted in English only. So there we go. I guess in typical fashion, let's start with Mitya and get the latest technical updates to the network. So Mitya, go right ahead.
Hello.
Hello.
Again. Well, the network is running. We had obviously it's running Rust for a long time already. We had one accident, unfortunately during holidays, I mean, and the shard, one of the threads is stuck. 5th thread of the 0 work chain shard. I'm trying to be very precise. And unfortunately, I had to pull, we were on vacation, basically, and I had to pull people off to fix this. So that's why it took kind of 40 hours or something like that before everyone went off the, substance they were in and, back into computer stuff and managed to kind of put some algorithms together like that, 2 + 2 and stuff. Anyway, so we managed to kind of patch it. We released the patch. The thread has continued, restarted, and so on. And I promise I will explain what happened if I remember that, of course. So I will try my best. Basically, the patch, it's like, it was a transaction that used Anycast. And Anycast is some old idea from Nikolai, which we just, because of compatibility mode, we kind of had to, use. And it doesn't work. It never did. And it doesn't need to. Anycast is when you have large accounts, when in the original whatever version of the Ton blockchain, it was an idea by Nikolai that if you have could have a large accounts which could then be split into different work chains. And in order to talk to all of these accounts simultaneously, you kind of can issue a message which would be any cast message to the particular address, and this address message would go to every blockchain and blah blah blah. And of course, there are no work chains, there are no large accounts. The whole idea is quite stupid, and it doesn't work, and it doesn't need to be there. And the only reason it is there is because some of that was written into the C++ node code, and we had to also write it. That's the reason. And so someone maliciously or not, we don't know. If maliciously, then this someone should have known that the Anycast messages would cause what it caused. And basically what it caused is quite severe actually thing, because the message, instead of arriving at the 7th thread, into the 7th, the address, 7th thread, it arrived in the 5th, because in the Anycast message it was like 5. The first digit was used in Anycast as a number of the work chain address, and instead it just went into the 5th thread. And of course, the collator of the 5th thread didn't know what to do with that, because this message wasn't to the address which resides on this thread. So the thread stuck. Now, so if it was malicious, then someone pretty much knew exactly that Anycast doesn't work. And I only know a handful of people who could know that stuff. So if it was malicious, then there are some people over there which would be to blame, but I'm not sure it was malicious. The question is, how can you send an Anycast message without knowing what you're doing? It's a big question to me as well. But even if you put a monkey in front of a computer, as we all know, and give them unlimited amount of time, you will get sooner or later The World in Peace by Tolstoy. So maybe someone did just typed an Anycast message by mistake. Oh, anyway, malicious or not, it was fixed. And of course, the grave thing about that is, if it was malicious, as I said, they knew what they're doing. The grave thing is that the state is corrupt, because the block has been collated, and the block which was collated with the Anycast message which go out, so was collated. So it wasn't the state, this message that went to the wrong thread. Now, the next block in this thread could not be collated because the address is wrong. So we had two choices. Choice number one, my favorite one, hard fork. Choice number two, fuck it. We choose number two, and we just deleted the message. Hell with that. So the validators just signed the block with a message that was deleted from it, like it never went out. Of course, this is a cheating. So the first of all didn't do anything, right? So the message went out, nothing, no value changed, nothing really happened to any account, the state didn't change. If someone would play every block from the beginning of the blockchain, try to replay the whole blockchain from the start, tedious, unreasonable, but maybe someone would do that. Then on that particular block, the block before, it would not play it. Basically, it would stuck as well. Like something would be wrong, right? The state is different. But first of all, we had like 3 or 4 of these before anyway, so they would be stopped much sooner. If you remember the first just month after we started the network, we had to do the kind of a soft fork because of the bug in C++ node, and the block was stuck, and so we had to patch it as well, and that was like this also would stop there for the first time. So this is what happened, and that's how it was patched, and it works now. And the Anycast messages now are gone. Meaning with this patch, we not only patch just the message, we also patch the Anycast. So we kind of deleted it almost everywhere, and there will be another patch probably next week that will completely delete it from everywhere, and also some other stuff which is left behind from this unnecessary code, just garbage code in the C++ node. So that's the technical update. Now there are questions Ron sent me from someone. I can just answer them right now. So the question number one, we got from C++ to Rust compatible, C++ compatible nodes. What is the plan for the transition to the real Rust node? Well, this Rust node is quite real. It's but I understand the questions, leftovers and other protocols that we need to switch on. Well, the plan is very simple. We are working on these upgrades. There is one instability right now in the master chain, which sometimes release blocks with a pause, like it pauses from time to time. And this thing is quite it's in the consensus protocol. It's in the cut chain, and we're fixing it now. I don't want to go into that a lot. There is some, how to put it, there is some stuff that is different between the Rust, what we did in the when we went for the record in the Rust, but it was tuned to a very specific configuration of the network, which we don't have now because the mainnet is configured differently. So there's one possibility is to reconfigure it differently, and another possibility is to fix it on the cut chain level, and we will fix it on the cut chain level. So there is a fix already in testing, and once we test it, we will release this patch. In this patch, we also release some other stuff. And as I said before, the patches will be quite frequent. So you should expect bi-weekly something, maybe weekly, maybe bi-weekly patches into the network upgrades. One of these upgrades will be compression, for example, for blocks compression. And the blocks compression was turned off, obviously, because of compatibility issue. The compression will be turned on. But to turn it on, there is a whole upgrade mechanism that need to be created. So it's not about when we will get it. We could turn the upgrades right now, but the thing is that we cannot do that because the compatibility mode is the network is running. So we cannot really just switch it to the incompatible mode because it would stop, right? So we need an upgrade procedure for that, which is not easy. So that's what we're doing. And hopefully next week we will, maybe by the end of next week, we will be able to start releasing upgrades, incompatibility upgrades. And that relates to ADNL versioning, which will be introduced. And then, because the node need to run both versions, like incompatible and compatible one. So two versions simultaneously. And then kind of when you so on. So it's like two versions of the protocol will run at the same time and stuff. It's not easy anyway. But yeah, of course, the plan is to switch it step by step. Second question, Rust Cup did 4 to 6 TPS, KTPS. And I said, it quotes that I said, that we have a 12K TPS and Rust 1 in the final version. Is that true? And what would we do to increase the throughput? Well, we're doing all the time something. I cannot tell you what we did. It's not some dramatic, some discovery. It's just a lot of optimizations all the time. We're continuing to optimize that. There are protocols optimization. They're all the basically last 4 or 5 months was all about optimization mode. So there is a lot of optimizations and refactoring in the code just a lot of stuff. Working with the database, we switched from RocksDB, from database-based RocksDB, like in C++ nodes, we switched to table-based RocksDB kind of organization of the database, and in most of the database, and that increased performance of the database and the speed, the disk access speed, and there are just tons of this optimization stuff that we're doing. So yeah, it does show like 12K in our internal test. It won't be on the live network, of course, but you know, yes, it is. It has been optimized a lot, and will be optimized even further. Like the cut chain traffic, for example, will be reduced with this patch that will go out like 3-4 times. And yeah, there are a lot of optimizations. And again, and that is before we even go into the new protocols, which will optimize everything completely, like ridiculously. So can you tell about the priorities in the next like improvements of the node from the white paper? What's the first ramp? New consensus, distributed depools. Yeah, it goes like that. We're working simultaneously on several things. So we work on ramp implementation, and it's on the MVP stage right now. We work on new consensus implementation. It's like it went through the simulation phase, and now it's in the implementation phase. We implemented BLS signatures in the Rust node. Now it's finished. We have the new cryptography library that will be released in the next upgrade as well. Which the whole cryptography went out of the ADNL protocol and now is a completely separate module. And this module will include the ED curves and encryption and protocols and the BLS signature protocols all in the new one. There we will be able to add more stuff if we need it. Now the BLS work is actually was quite extensive. We made a version of BLS, kind of tweaked it to work for our setup, design of the network, because BLS has certain security holes in it, which you should, but known security like holes, and you have to tackle every one of them separately. And it's kind of tricky thing, so don't want to go there too much. But anyway, so we finished the DBLS, and we have the first version of the consensus itself. Talking about the proofs, the broadcast protectors proofs, and next phase is to add verifiers, and then the next phase will be to add the verifiers slashing while we test all that. So again, that's kind of a RAM. So this is a number 1 and 2. It's kind of simultaneously. In the same time, we want to reduce the gas, and we want to create a gas system that's not here. And then the elector contract, which is not the depool, it's new elector contract with the depool together combined, distributed. Okay, so there won't be any elector contract, and won't be any depool contract. It will be just one distributed elector contract, which will also incorporate depool functionality. And the work on that has been started also. So yeah, and we have a plan for reduction of the gas fees, and we will do that step by step. So first step is just to reduce the gas fees as they are right now, because we have more capacity in the network. So once we switch to the new compression protocols and stuff, that performance optimizations in Rust, then in the node, then we will also reduce the gas fees, hopefully by the end of the month, but I'm not sure. Something like that. We'll just reduce it to whatever number which will be agreed on by everyone. I'm aiming like 10x probably reduction, but we need to more carefully calculate the implications on that. And then the dynamic gas prices need to be created. This is again quite extensive work. So yeah, it's a lot on the plate in terms of roadmap, and we're running on full kind of speed as we can. The Rust cup shows that the slashing version wasn't working. No, it was working, and it's very dependent on the ping and not on the real node power capacity. From the other hand, the the slashing mechanism of the slashing the non-working validators has been shown being effective, and the network was better, yeah, and more secure. What are your plans for this slashing? Slashing works. It was, remember that for the Rust cup, it was tuned to a very tiny numbers, right? Coefficients. So because we wanted to slash for very minimal performance gaps. In the real network, you don't want to do that. So you can increase this a lot, and only networks who completely stop validating, you need to turn them off and slash them and stuff like that. So the slashing works, but the slashing doesn't work from another perspective. It creates an overload on the network, and the most important part is that it needs a new elector contract written in Solidity, because in Func elector contract, the slashing does not support it. And we don't want to switch to Solidity-based elector contract because it's not been verified. And we're not going to verify it because we want to verify already distributed elector contract, which is not written yet. So no slashing meantime. We just have to wait on that. The last question. There was 1 year from the Rust Cup start, information about Rust pool, depools and Rust Cup depools. All right. So about that, we just had a conversation yesterday with DeFi Alliance and some other folks, and we discussed that. As I said, that I don't want to create additional contracts on top of the ones that we have, and I don't want to put more money into existing depools, because actually they all need to go and be replaced with a new delector contract. So I suggest to wait until delector contract, but then people said that we cannot wait that long, and then I proposed some solution which involved contracts which called dark pools. And this contract has been developed by KWPC, actually. And this contract allows the investment into contract which is from one leg takes the investor's money, and from another leg waits for giver for the counterparty kind of giver money. And when the second leg is fulfilled within a certain period of time, then it can move this whole money, all of it, to a designated address on the network. And so with this mechanism, we will be able to take investor money into the Rust Cup, give the incentives that we want to give into this, locked into this contracts, and already like now, more or less. And then within a certain period of time, when the delector contract will be created, then move all these funds together with the reward part of the funds to this new delector depool. Well, that's it from me. So I see some questions.
Yeah. So Ivan, if you don't mind turning your camera on. There you are. You look great. You look like you look like Darth Vader, or what? You look like Jedi. You look like a Sith Lord. You look good.
Well,
go ahead.
Because he is a Sith Lord.
And the question will be also a bit Sithish. I don't know.
Shittish, I get it.
Yeah, it's about Anycast, about Anycast message. This strange message. Like the first question is it possible to generate and send this message just mistyping.
I said it. If you put
the
a monkey,
numbers.
I just said it. If you put a monkey, for unlimited amount of time, you will get.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we spoke with Ivan Kalinin on that topic. I asked him, and he just said that some validator mistyped something in his script and ran it. And then
I imagine some memes running around like validator mistyping the unicast message. I don't know.
Yeah.
Should be
By the way,
quite
this is very surprising for me that it is possible to address to the address with 2 colons is valid. So yeah.
Exactly, but
And
we don't know.
Yeah. So the second question is really dark. Given the C++ node has this bug, is it possible to send any cast message to to another blockchain or competitor blockchain and just kind of
We
shut
don't
them
know.
down?
We
with
didn't
messages?
try. We didn't try, so we have no idea.
Just giving some ideas to validators, just kind of try to type
Ideas to
whatever.
monkeys.
Yes.
It really is a Sith.
We're learning how your mind works, Ivan.
It's a criminal mind.
Yeah, mentality.
Okay, maybe that's it. But maybe the third question is: are you sure that we don't need this sort of big contracts, Anycast, etc.? So because
I'm
we
quite
see
certain. Do you have big contracts which resides on many
well,
networks?
I don't really know what's that and why do we need that, but anyways, just asking professionals.
Because when Nikolai created the network, he didn't know what the distributed programming was, and I'm not sure he knows now. But
okay, the last one is about this splitting and merging. We see I seen there was a moment where we had 17 shards.
Yeah, because the message is stuck there. Remember, when the thread was stuck, a lot of other threads sent messages to this thread, and all they went into the mempool. And once the block started to be created, then a lot of messages had to be processed, and the thread was split into 2 for a brief period of time, just to account for all these messages, and then back off again.
So splitting merging works, and we can play it in our kind of
course it
contracts.
works. Yeah. Why not? I mean, you saw it on the Rust Cup before. Otherwise, what's the point?
And we may handle it in our contracts, right? Somehow.
Handle what? The contracts doesn't. The contracts don't know about split.
Will we receive on split and on merge messages when?
No. Why? Okay. It's internal. It's a validator's message. It has nothing to do with contracts. Contracts.
Yeah,
they don't
we just
care.
have this solidity standard. Maybe we should wipe it out. Then. Kind of the solidity instruction says that you can sort of.
Maybe you need it for something. I have no idea, but.
Okay. That's it. That's all from my side.
All right.
I mean, if your contract wants to just resides all the time on one shard in one thread, doesn't matter what in this thread. I don't know, 2 contracts on this thread. I have no idea. Maybe you can use it.
Okay. Thank you.
May the force be with you.
Yeah. Peace.
Alex.
Don't send vulnerable messages in Dogecoin blockchain, please. Let it be running for a while.
Okay, whatever that meant. Alex, please go ahead.
Yeah, hello. Actually, I have a question for me.
Can you turn your camera on, if possible? Thank you.
So I have a question for Mitya, if it's possible. I think yesterday it was taken some decision about protocol contest. So before it was expected that we had 5 topics: REMS, SMFT, GovFizz design, drive chain, multi-walk chain, and for all of these topics, it was expected to have at least 3 stages like writing specification, MVP, and development. And we were expecting to have a contest for at least first 2 stages like specifications and MVP. And it looks like yesterday it was taken some decision. So could Mitya share with us what was decided?
No, I cannot. It wasn't my decision. So I, some other people need to comment on this, not me.
I think you expect me to comment.
I don't
Yeah,
expect
okay.
anything.
I don't expect anything.
So Pasha, could you comment?
Pash, it's just hard to hear you.
On specification, on MVP, and on final code.
Pavel,
Oh.
can you start over? We didn't hear you. We heard echoes or something.
Sorry, do you hear me?
Yeah, now we did. Mhm.
Yeah, okay. So, as I said, when you have 4 teams making different specifications or creating different MVPs, this is useless because, I mean, the winning team will not actually take any ideas or so they will just, it will go into the basket all those 3 other specifications, because I assume that there are 4 teams which said that they are willing to or possible willing to participate. It will be much more useful if those teams will do peer review on spec, on MVP, and on final code, because then those reviews can be directly incorporated by the team which will do actual implementation. Those reviews can be directly incorporated into the result. It will be quicker, it will spend less resources, and it will give better result because they will be focused on one work rather than creating 4 different versions.
Was it some kind of distributed decision or one shared decision taken by you?
Not me for sure. There were a number of people who discussed it.
Does that answer your question?
So-
Alex?
Do you want names?
So then,
I want names!
I can give you
I want
names.
names.
so does it mean that we will have these 3 stages, but Proton Labs will create a specification, MVP, and all other teams will just make a review and some comments?
Yes, that was. And since ramp at least is pretty much ready as far as I understand, and specification for ramp is pretty much ready, so the first contest on review of ramp spec can be started, I think, quite quickly.
Okay, thank you.
I hope that answers your question. We have a couple of presentations that they have to get to. So let's go with first of all, our favorite Vlad of all Vlads, and also newcomer Igor, who's been working with Vlad. They're going to be presenting something, or the first version of something called Evercraft, or the Evercraft plugin. And if the word Evercraft reminds you of Minecraft, that's because that's exactly what we're talking about, which I happen to think is pretty frigging cool. This is just a monster of a case. So Vlad, Yegor, who wants to go
It's
first?
me,
I want to
me.
hear so
Hi,
much.
guys.
Yeah.
Hi guys. Minecraft is a great game, and you all know probably about it. Although you may have played or not, but still, this simple sandbox game, in fact, created a really cool phenomenon for a truly open world, truly open and generated world, so where you can build, where you can play, where you can just invent your own role and build some economics or whatever. So and just right before the new year, so I just decided to make a small plugin for a typical Minecraft server that will introduce the support of Everscale transactions in it, because actually there are really a ton of different servers that implement their own economics, just some virtual economics, without any touch with the real world. But there are, in fact, some servers that attempt to try to use real money for interacting between players. Especially this is crucial when, for example, you need to get some resources that you need to go to the other end of the world to mine, and they're needed for your purposes whatsoever. So, in fact, if you just, I will share the screen. If you have a look at what Minecraft is just in figures. So this is some global statistics website only for some licensed servers. So you see that there are actually almost 200,000 servers of Minecraft played worldwide, and each and every moment. So you see this is like in between of 1 and 200K users are playing each moment Minecraft. So, and the total number of worldwide players, it reaches something like 20 million people. So, and those people are not only school guys, like it's perceived typically, but also people who are working, who are just entering their first jobs or continuing ones. There are some professional Minecrafters who have their own shows on YouTube. So there is a huge, big world with its own economics and its own influencers. And what's more important, most experts acknowledge that Minecraft is a true metaverse. So, and yes, as we as a Everscale have metaverse as one of the areas that we would like to conquer. So obviously there are not so many metaverses right now, and having integrated with one of them, so it's really a huge step forward. How just some introduction. So what is actually Minecraft looks like as a server. So there are several other versions of the game. So 1.18.1 is the most recent one. So and it's gaining the popularity really fast. The previous one was something like 50% of all servers right recently, and there are actually few versions besides the vanilla server produced by Mojang, who was bought by Microsoft for something like $2 billion or so. So, but also some modified servers that are used. So, and the major one is Paper Minecraft and Spigot. Both of them are heritage of the server named Bucket. What these modified servers really introduce is a possibility to write really cool plugins for the game that implement so many different features and opportunities just to improve your gameplay. And there are hella lots of plugins created for server economy, and Evercraft targets specifically this segment, just allowing people to make in-game transactions, and also the recent update just introduced the possibility for you to purchase the resources in game without the necessity to spend your precious time. So just to make a long story short, so we have the test server for Evercraft that you can just join simply from your vanilla launcher, just on the version 1.17.1. So we come here. So you see Igor is already here in the Evercraft testing facility. So how we call it. I will start with explaining what actually Evercraft does in game. So if you're not familiar with the world, with the Minecraft itself, so there are some creatures, there are a lot of terrain that you can use. There are different kinds of terrain. There are some blocks that you can use as a building material, or some create some cool mechanisms with so-called redstone, and so on and so forth. So actually, the major problem for a typical player, so especially for those who like to build a lot in Minecraft and create really fascinating buildings, and by the way, earn a lot of money on it. So there was a guy, 18 years old or 19-year-old from UK, who started the startup for professional building of structures in Minecraft, and he already earns something like up to $1 million per month. So which is fascinating. When you need some resources to build, so typically you have either to pay some diamonds. This is the local currency, so you can see it here. So to other players, for them to provide you with these resources, or you should go somewhere and get those resources yourself. And also, players tend to cooperate and provide services to each other. For example, if you need something to be constructed, or if you want someone to go with you on adventure or help you with something, so you can easily pay you typically in diamonds. And diamonds are really hard to get in this game, especially now with the most recent updates. With introduction of Everscale into Minecraft, you can just directly pay actually the user without messing with all those private keys and whatsoever. I will just explain later how it works. You can send a simple transaction to a user, so something like this. So I can pay Hexy. So this is Igor's name. So not 0.1 ever, and I'm just inputting my password. So that's it. Now the transaction is initiated. So in fact, while it is being prepared, the plugin uses two great masterpieces of Everscale ecosystem. So the first one is Ton API created by Brox's team for easy management of multi-signature wallets, and the second one is by Ton SDK created by Ton Labs that allows to perform all this remote signature of transactions. So in fact, what is going on inside is that for each player there is a multi-signature wallet with a signature scheme 2 of 2 is created. As Ton API keeps one key for itself to initiate transactions. So another one is generated for you personally, and you encrypt it with your password. When I'm inputting my password, so in fact, I'm decrypting the private key, and so first I initiate the transaction with the Ton API, and then I'm signing this transaction with Ton SDK with the locally stored encrypted private key. So now I have sent this not 0.1 ever to Hexy. So Igor, could you please send one transaction in return? So once he does this, so he will see pretty much the same list of messages coming. So, and I will get the notification that I received some money. So while he's doing this, so what commands do we have here? So the first one, all of them are starting with E, meaning Everscale. So I can get my personal address, deposit address that was generated for me. So if I click it here, so I can easily, you see, he sent me something. So I can paste it anywhere, for example, in my wallet or wherever I need it. Also, I can reach the same with a deposit command. So the main difference is that e-address is needed if something went wrong and your address was not generated just in the process. So it will retry to create it, and e-deposit will just provide you the deposit address. Next, what you have here is I will skip this for now. So the pay command. This is what I used actually to pay Igor with Evers. It can also be used like in LSs like etip or esend. So they all do pretty much the same. I can also withdraw funds, not only pay to users, because it will be just a closed ecosystem, but I can also, for example, take some Everscale address, put it here, and send something. So 1, 3. Yeah, so it works pretty much the same, and it now prepares the transaction. Then it will be signing it, and we will see it arriving here. So this is now something like 20.56. Yeah, and once it's done, so we will see the transaction to arrive.
Be careful of Creeper; it will blow you up.
No, I'm in operator mode, so, so I'm safe. But Igor is not. That's because he's in the box. So you see, it has arrived here. So really in an easy fashion. But now you have seen my password. So that means if I have my password compromised, so I can change it. In fact, so pretty much the standard functionality. So I can change it to something different, something like this. Yeah. So now I have set a new password, and if I try to send the same transaction again with an old password, so it will say me, guy, you have the wrong password now. By the way, all the transaction history that you see here, so it's not accessible to the administrator of the server. So everything stays on your machine, and once you log out, so everything is cleared. So and all the rest, all the service messages, so were wiped out to prevent any possibility of an administrator to access your funds. Definitely, so security is a must. Other commands is a new private key or register. So in fact, they are doing, you need to do them once when you first join the server where Evercraft is used. This is just needed for you to create the account. And as a matter of fact, so there is a huge amount of pirate servers that do not use the official authorization of Minecraft, meaning Microsoft. So we will also introduce some functionality, possibility to register also with unofficial accounts, definitely. So now, what is interesting in the recent update is this small item that I have here. So you see it's named store, and you can use it to actually open the store with resources. So here I have preset some resources. They all have pretty much the same price, but an administrator can easily configure it and get the payments for this directly to his account. So you see there is a multi-page, and all the items also are placed in a specific pattern. This one is called bridge. You know why, but also it can easily be configured by an admin. So as much as he likes. So the file of the pattern looks pretty simple like this. So where you have 1, it will be an item. Where you have 0, so you have nothing. And later, so we'll also add the possibility to build more complex routes, like building everything in spirals or whatever. But so we have prepared several different patterns that you can have here. So like sun, like volcano, like wave, and you can just invent anything you like. In fact, as the gaming process is really should be smooth and fun. So if we would initiate a Everscale transaction for every purchase, so it will be a nightmare for a player, of course. So and to avoid this, so actually what we did, we introduced the store coupon. So it is kind of substitute for payment currency that will be just deduced from your inventory to pay for in the store. And yeah, so it works like this. So for example, I would like to get some copper blocks. So I have here 64 and 34, something like 98. Yeah, they are 98 coupons. You see that I will pay 1 coupon for 16 blocks of copper, and so like this. So you see, it was
that's brilliant.
deduced from my account. So I've got my blocks of copper and so forth. But here I have, for example, oh, come on, Creeper, let me be alone. Go away. So here I have the block of diamond, which is the most precious currency in the past in the game. So you see its price is 100 specifically. I don't have 100, so I can't buy it. So it will say that I don't have enough coupons to proceed. If I want to get those coupons, actually, so I can first of all check the price. So we see the price is 1,000 of ever. Oh, come on, I need to put times a day. Yeah, go away. Okay. So, and if I want to buy the coupon, so it's actually straightforward. I would like to buy the number of coupons. For example, I need, so how many? Okay, I will buy 10. So, and I will input my wallet password. And that works pretty much the same when I'm doing the transfer to another player or withdrawing the funds from the game. So once the transaction is processed, so I will get additional 10 coupons in my inventory. So just in a 3, 2, 1. Okay, I've got it already. So you see that now I have it's topped up with additional funds. So, and now I can oh no, did it deliver? So okay, I found a small bug. Fun. Okay, I will fix it. So if you are doubting how much it will cost you to get this amount of coupons, you can just type the price, for example, and 10 coupons, just to make sure that you have enough funds. I can check my balance now. Okay, I have enough. Yeah, so I also wanted to show you that this address actually is working one. So I have 1.6 ever now. So I will send something like, oh, let's send everything, 20 ever to this address. Okay, just a second. Security first. Where's my super secure password? Okay, here it goes.
Hey, I sent you 1 ton. Can you?
Yeah, you already did. It? Okay, perfect.
Yeah. I sent.
Whenever.
You typed it manually.
You sent whenever.
Yeah,
not
whenever.
1 ton.
Okay.
Yeah. Will you receive a notification?
No, not there is not yet no notifications, because if I would like to use the notification of Ton API, so I would need to precisely specify the URL of where to receive callbacks from it, and the alternative version is to poll time to time the balances, and this is not something I believe a true way. So, but still, I'm thinking about how to implement this. So, yeah. I've got my 20 and your 1, so thank you. So now we see it here. Okay, so let's Hexy, for example, with something like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so good. Now Hexy doesn't have any coupons now, so he has an empty inventory. So but he would like also to enjoy the Evercraft store. So, and in fact, what I can do, I can share with him some coupons, and for a fast way to operate. This is also quite handy because, for example, if you don't want to make a lot of transactions, okay, so you see he has already bought some gold, and in the store, okay, he's enjoying it a lot, I see. So very nice. Yeah, so that's actually pretty it. So, and there are a lot of already good ideas provided by the community what can also be improved in this plugin to make it more fancy and more convenient for usage. And also we have preliminarily discussed with the esports team that they may host some tournaments also in Minecraft, and maybe even install a dedicated server, because this one, the demo server, so it's not very fancy. So it has nothing configured, no beautiful spawn area or whatever. And but we would like to have something to present Everscale in Minecraft ecosystem as well. And also as for the next step, so we will be promoting the usage of this plugin across the Minecraft servers, and looking for the admins and convincing them to use this plugin for everything to do to popularize Everscale across the young audience and the growing audience, and across the professional Minecrafters. And those guys have really tremendous outreach, so I'm sure that this will help to popularize Everscale even more. That's it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My-
answering the
Mind
Joe's question. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go to the first one. It says looks brilliant. This is from Zachary. Looks brilliant, but this Ever payment plugin is for all Minecraft servers, or just a server with Everpay patch?
No, it's not a patch server. It's just pure server without any patching. So, but it uses some libraries from Paper Minecraft, Paper MC. Of course, we will prepare some versions for pure buckets and pure spigot servers. But as I said, already showed you here, so this is actually the majority of all servers. So the vanilla, I don't even see it here, you see. So Paper MC stands for almost 55% of all servers. Spigot MC is for 32 and something, and then something named Pauper, I don't pretty much know what is it. But if we cover Spigot and Paper, so this will be the win already.
Thank you. And yes, Joanne asks, that would be awesome. Would the server be easily discoverable?
Yeah, actually, this test server is open for everyone. So just join the Evercraft group in Telegram. So I will just notch the link here.
Toss it in there, and I'll toss it.
It's easy. It's at Evercraft. So something like this.
But my question is, when you are discussing integration with or cooperation with esports games and Minecraft themselves, is it something like if I go on Xbox and I go into Minecraft and search for servers, is it something that will come up, or do I have to search for it specifically and go through any links? Like, would it be on a server list?
Yeah, actually, how the Minecraft ecosystem works. So there are several dozens of different ranking websites where you can find different Minecraft servers, and also there are some well-acknowledged resources like Planet Minecraft or some other websites where you are publishing your plugins, and people typically tend to look for some servers to play and share their ideas and share their materials. So if we are speaking about the server that is will be raised by esports team, for example, yeah, so of course we will add it to all these trackers to invite everyone to join specifically. And also I think a good collaboration with some YouTube influencer, so will help a lot also to popularize it. Typically there are not so many people are playing at one server. It's something between few dozens to few hundreds, not more. Yeah, so and that's why so many servers. And but there are administrators typically have several servers with different names, with different setups and different role plays, and some of them are really fancy and really complex.
Yeah, I've played on a lot of different servers. Actually,
yeah, you did.
Yeah, but
Cool.
I was wondering if it's something that would pop up as recommended, not something that I would find on a blog or somebody's resource or something. Like, would it possibly be served to me to try out?
You mean on these resources or to whom?
No, like on Xbox Live, or if I'm playing on PC. Or
Yeah.
something.
So to do this, so we will need to have a certain reach already. Yeah. To
Okay.
just agree on such promotions. And I'm not sure if Microsoft will easily agree to promote something dealt with cryptocurrency.
Actually, they are getting involved with crypto, so it's possible.
Yeah. So this is actually on the roadmap, but somewhere not really near, because to reach there, first we need to have some penetration in the market, and then when we come to discuss with Mojang or with Microsoft directly, so that we could have some weight already for discussion.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Absolutely.
I may be wrong, but Microsoft are backers of Solana, one of the backers of Solana, but I might be wrong.
Probably. I also heard something like this. So. But I think for Microsoft, it's not the question of supporting a specific blockchain, but rather hopping on a train of modern distributed platforms.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
Yeah.
And thank you for questions.
Any? Do we have more questions? We don't have any on YouTube. Anybody here? I know I said this is going to be a short call. I always say that. We have one more presentation. Vlad, Igor, did you want to say something?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
You covered it, man. I mean, friggin'
thank you, guys.
It's awesome.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Just, I'm like, God, whatever. It's fucking cool. Excuse my language. Excuse my French. Okay. Sorry, Darkwing, for making you wait. Alexei is with us to present DeBot Monsters, which sounds like something that should have been presented probably on Halloween. And actually, they were ready to present before the holidays, but we had such a packed agenda, we had to move it to today, which is, I think, a good thing. Start off the year. Sorry to make you wait, but yeah, it's yours.
Okay.
Let's hear about it.
Thank you very much. I will now share my screen. So I would like to present everyone some new project. It was inspired by such projects like Crypto Zombies and a little bit by Pokemons. The main goal of this project is to involve more people in our blockchain, in development, and so it's the main website, DeBot Monster. By the way, ask everybody not to share it before the official announcement, because some work planning to do and
That's
finishing
perfect. You're
on
presenting it live and don't share it.
yes, because server may be somehow stopped. So on this website, there is like Crypto Zombies some lessons. Let's do it now. And in this project, the aim of this project to create the DeBot game from scratch. There is number of lessons, practical lessons. It will be updated, but now I will show how it looks. For example, the first lesson. And for example, the task is to write the pragma solidity. Let's write it. Pragma solidity. Okay. So after this, user can compare his solution to the right solution, like this. If he wrote something like, I don't know, this, he will see the difference between his code and code that is needed. So as you can see, there is number of different lessons. On this week, there will be added verification system of code, not to just compare code, but to make user finish it. And also in the near future, there will be added support for receiving NFT awards for successfully completed of training. And also, I think in the end, as you can see, I will put one more time. Some of lessons are ready and soon will be opened because and in these lessons, users will know how in game form how to create DeBot, how to create NFT, deploy contracts, and integrate DeBot in the app, create personal the app. It's about 70% ready, by the way, and will be successfully announced in this month. So I don't want to make it very long. Let's make it short because we don't have a lot of time. But the main aim of this project to be like crypto zombies for Everscale community in game form, to attract more new users, to attract more students and everybody. This project, by the way, will become a project part of Everscale Academy, and yes, I hope it will run successfully, and soon will be the official announcement after we will finish and add register system to register users and integrate wallets to operate on this website. So
this is super cool. This is so cool. I love it. Just incredible stuff.
Thank
really,
you very
really
much.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm very great to see from you these words, really. Yes, just a week. I need to update some developers documentation, correct some code, and it will be fully ready. And I make full announcement. Thank you. Okay.
2 presentations and both out of this world. It's fucking great. Excuse my French again. Just, yeah. Awesome. All right, listen, guys, we're running over time. So we're going to go to our final segment. And our closing segment is always with the king of wits, the man that never quits and loves big, giant bits. Ben.
That is my favorite introduction ever. Love it. Alrighty, I'll keep it short and sweet this week, as always. So first thing in my bits, Discord. Come on, guys. I mean, we've been chatting about it in the Telegram group, ironically, today, but, you know, I'm going to reach out to you all individually if I have to do. It's a much better tool for the job for a lot of things we're doing, so come on. June, obviously, things are still ongoing there, but there is an advancement to the plan. Basically, Fabrice is closing down the June network side of things, as I understand it, and then batches will be moving very swiftly, as I've been informed. So everyone there, you know, keep your eyes on the June groups. FAQs, I put together a little FAQs medium piece the other day. If anyone's asking any kind of basic questions, feel free to use it. It's a nice, easy reference for everyone. Fido Safe is quite a cool, underrated little tool which has come out and come through the Everscale Incubator project, so check that out. The esports sub-governance, my gosh, they've been doing good work, haven't they? 11,000 new users they brought to the network over the past few months, so I was checking out the forum updates they did. Well done, guys. KWPC, we did have a bit of a hurdle with producing the trailer over Christmas, so that's a little bit delayed, but we are still on target for the first episode in a couple of weeks, so watch this space. Desocial Heroes. Again, there was a little bit of a hurdle toward the start of December, but I think we're all back on track because, well, I mean, of all the kind of things we've started, the initiatives, I think this one really works. You know, if anyone wants to see the Twitter analytics as, you know, a bit of a milestone or some sort of gauge, feel free to ask because, yeah, they're looking really good. So, yeah, it's good that's all back on track. And finally, my favorite topic, never mind the shitcoins. Yay! Basically, I've been doing a lot of thinking over Christmas, you know, as people do. I'm thinking essentially, never mind the shitcoins, I'm going to make it bigger than ever. I'm going to move to a once a month format. We're going to more move toward the news and the topical side of things as well. But obviously, we're still going to keep the weird games and the sort of comedy, witty edge of it. But yeah, watch this space. The end of the month, I'm going to come at you guys with something awesome. And I'm also going to put a little more love. I've been speaking to someone who does video production. So we're going to go a little more video based as well, I hope. So touch wood, watch this space. Lots of spaces to watch. Thank you very much.
Wow. All right. That was, yeah. I've been doing a little bit of thinking over the holidays. Thinking, drinking. A little bit.
Same difference.
It is. Absolutely. All right. That was fantastic. Listen, I have one request. Roman, are you with us? Roman?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Can you do me a favor? The links that are in Zoom, can you put them into YouTube? YouTube's giving me problems. I can't seem to put them in there. Before we end the call, I want to make sure that those go into the chat.
Yeah, I'll send you in Pam. Yeah.
No. Just put them into YouTube yourself.
Link on
No.
YouTube.
No. Listen, if you go to like look at the chat in Zoom, there's a couple links. So the first one is from Vlad regarding Evercraft, and the second one is from Alexei regarding DeBot Monsters. For some reason, YouTube is acting silly. And the third one, discord.gg Everscale.
Yeah, of course, I'll send them.
Yeah, let's do that before we end the call, so it's in the stream.
Yeah,
so
for
if
sure,
anybody
for
watches,
sure.
I appreciate that. Listen, everybody. Again, Happy New Year. Thank you for coming. I have to say that we're going to have a very interesting presentation next week. So don't miss it. Same time, same channel, and have a great rest of this week. I appreciate you, everybody. Goodbye.
Thank you, guys. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thanks all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.